Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the Starcraft 2 Ownage Shack. It's David here bringing you another commentary of Starcraft 2 Pronus, and today we're going to be looking at a Zerg versus Protoss, and it's going to be on the map Metalopolis. So for a yellow Zerg player at the 6 o'clock position, it's going to be ROOTCatZ, and he is a Peruvian player, which means from Peru, for those of you who don't know what that means. Hopefully not too many of you don't know that. And he has 1,200 plus wins on the North American ladder, so that is pretty crazy actually. That's even more than Duckload Raw, I think. And he's also a 3,200 Zerg, so very good player. His opponent here is going to be none other than mouzMana. He's going to be playing on mouzTosh's account, presumably because this is played on the North American ladder, and I think mouzTosh is what the mousesports team will use on different ladders so that their players can play. Anyways, Mana is a 3,500 Protoss, and he came in second at DreamHack, and I've seen him do some very sick Protoss versus Terran play. Haven't actually seen too many Protoss versus Zerg games of Mana though, so I'm interested to see what he'll do here. And the map is Metalopolis, like I said, so this does bring in some interesting play for Zerg players. As you can see, on Metalopolis, it's so easy for the Zerg to take a third expansion if they do spawn in these positions. As you can see, they're very close by air, probably could favor some Void Ray play, but I have not seen Mana ever go for Void Rays, I think. I'm sure he knows how, but I don't think that's his preferred style, so it'll be cool to see what he does. Looks like we do have a fast expansion going down, and oh, brutal! If this probe manages to land the next pylon, this could be very bad, but oh, KATZ is playing so well here. He defends this very well. This was about to be a wall-off on the ramp of ROOTCatZ by this probe here, who is still just going around being very annoying and threatening to complete the wall. If that wall completed, this hatchery would have had to be cancelled 100%. We even have a forge already done. This is going to be a full-out cannon rush by mouzMana. And it looks like for the most part it's already failed. One cannon is going to go up, but all the drones are being pulled here to try and attack these probes. So far the probes are going down so fast, and he needs to get this pylon down immediately if he's going to have a shot here. He does manage to get both probes, so there's no threat of more cannons being warped in here, but there are already 3 on the way. He needs to focus down that pylon ASAP. Screw the cannons. If these finish, it's done. Your drones will fall so fast. Go for that pylon and just unpower them. And here, oh wow, actually looks like Mana's going to be canceling the cannons, and even this one is going to be cancelled in time. The way you can tell the difference is the pylon will burst into these cubic structures here if it's cancelled, or it will explode if it's busted down. And he's going to leave that pylon. I'd probably want to get rid of that, but that might just be me. We do have a gateway completing the wall off here. I don't know how much Mana actually lost from doing that cannon rush. Probably not as much as we would think, because he was able to cancel the majority of those buildings, recuperating 75% of those minerals. And looks like the probe is going to be coming back. I don't know if this creep is now preventing him from walling off there. It looks like it is, and he's going to try one more cannon, but this, I don't think these shenanigans are going to work any longer. Oh, he even tries to throw down a gateway. I think either the drones or some creep just prevented him. Looks like he might even try to put some up here. He is just relentless with this constant threat of cannons. This is the first time I've seen a Zerg hold that off so well, so congratulations to ROOTCatZ. The reason we don't see so many fast expands from Zerg players anymore is because of the threat of this cannon wall-in rush. It looks like 4 Zerglings are now out, going to be able to dispatch of that probe. Meanwhile, we have a fast expansion going down from Mana. A very nice transition here actually. Because of this early forge, he is able to take that fast expo and defend it with sufficient cannons. So he's actually going to turn his slight economic disadvantage into an advantage by using that fast forge. Very nice play. Going to be working on that pylon now, which is good to see. And we do actually have the Roach War now going up. I'm not sure where that is. Looks like it's going to be here at the natural expansion. The Roach Warren's going to be very important actually against this fast expo. The Roaches are extremely good versus cannons now because of that range buff they got to range 4, and actually you can even outrange the cannon if there's like a wall in front of the cannon, say a gateway placed here. The Roaches can now outrange that, so cannon wall-ins are not nearly as effective as they used to be. These Zerglings are going to try and test the front here, I think, but he should see with this Overlord that these cannons are placed here, and it's not going to be very effective. Maybe he can't sneak around the back actually and do some more damage. We do have roaches now on the way, and it looks like the second queen is almost about to pop out as well. And oh wow, a proxy hatchery in base. What a sick play. Oh, I don't even think... If we go to the V key here, it does... Oh, he can just barely see the creep popping out behind that smoke, but I don't think he's going to see that. He needs to check his mini-map to see the purple spread. The creep is now fully out here, and looks like he's even throwing down a spine crawler here to further defend this proxy hatch. Wow, this is sick. Something I have not seen too much at all. I have not watched this game in advance, so I am just as surprised as you are right now. And now he sees it. He's pulling everything off to try and deal with this, but it's already complete. The queen is out, going to be transfusing and spewing larvae here, and he can even press through the front, but it looks like this nice wall is going to prevent that, and this proxy hatch may indeed go down. We have one zealot doing the majority of the damage with the probes joining in. They just finally managed to take out that queen, which did snag a ton of probe kills before she went down, and two roaches here are being blocked by the probes, so doing quite a bit of damage there. The sentries should be able to laser this last one to death, but man, that takes a long time. Almost got one last sentry kill right there. We do see on the production tab, 8 more roaches are being put out. Oh, very nice strategy. Putting a force field there to prevent the roaches from flooding. Maybe he was worried about zerglings, which would do that quite a bit better, and these sentries not dealing nearly enough DPS to even scratch the surface of this hatch. The roaches do manage to come out before the force field can stop them. And they should be wrecking havoc in this main now, actually. Only 2 stalkers and a sentry. That sentry's actually history now. So not much that Protoss player can do. More reinforcements are streaming from the natural and main of ROOTCatZ right now. And he's doing such a good job. Going to be following a cheese up with one of his own. Oh, how the cheese wheel spins and ironically lands right back on Mana's face. So this Polish player looks like he is going to be taken out here, if I'm not mistaken. He's lost so many probes. We can see his main is completely pointless now. Only like 5 probes left at the natural. 1 cannon is going to take out the roaches that were trying to snipe those. But I would be expecting a GG here any second now. He even unpowers all the buildings of Mana by taking out that pylon. There's 3 warp gates down here that should be able to warp in some more stalkers, but roaches do very well versus stalkers, as we can see here. This one is probably first for lunch, and the other 3 should follow. And oh, a nice flank with more roaches from the front should be enough to take out these stalkers. I keep saying that, but the micro of Mana is preventing that. It looks like he's going to do some damage, but he's still holding on with this cannon. I just don't know what he thinks he's going to do versus a 2-base, almost fully saturated Zerg player. This hatchery has actually been forgotten about now and making another queen there, but still not doing too much. All the stalkers go down, and that is going to be the end of this very exciting and fast game. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It is not what I was expecting from Mana at all. Typically a much more standard player, but thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, feel free to check out my other videos, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you so wish. Thanks so much, guys, and join me for another Daily Dose of Ownage.